INEC is planning with several bodies, agencies of government, and security operatives to ensure that the scourge of vote buying is eliminated in our elections. From the experience of the past, the Commission is saying it will not allow vote buying to prevail in our elections. And Osun State governorship election is next before the crucial 2019 elections. The issues of politicians giving monies for votes of voters have been an issue that the Commission has frowned at in the past few days. So then, let's focus our attention on some of the crucial issues that will form the major decisions of the people of Osun State in determining who gets the job of the governor for another 4 years. 48 political parties are in the race. 48 candidates and their deputies are jostling for this top job. Who will get it? China's television is getting some of the top candidates in the race to debate. Tonight, we bring one of the dynamic candidates. Is unique in the sense that the gender is not so much in the race, and that it's perhaps the first female governorship candidate in the Osun 2018 governorship election. Joining me tonight on the program is a candidate of the Restoration Party, Mercy Ayodele. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thanks for having me, Sean.
You emerged as the first female candidate. How did that make you feel?
Well, it's just another feather on my own personality. What actually brought me out is the suffering our people are going through, and I could not take it again. I could not stand it again. And if we check history, women are always in the forefront to help situations like this. That is why I came on board, and to tell the woman out there, because I know that we are the most endangered species when we're talking about when we're talking about politics in Nigeria.
Okay.
So coming out is telling other women that we can do it. We have the capacity, we have the intellect, we have everything that required to be there. We have.
You think it's time for a woman to be governor of Osun State?
Yes, it's now.
Really? Why?
Because men has failed us politically. And if you agree with me, men are always doing their things with their head. Why women, we always do everything with our hearts. You can agree with me that a good woman at home, a good mother at home, we first take into consideration the welfare of the father, the children, and even the visitors before taking care of ourselves. So I felt it is high time. I tell my people we can do it. And being into, I have been in a financial institution.
Whereas I know you're an accountant.
Yes.
So because I would really ask what that will bring to the table in terms of experience. You've been in the private sector, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And so now it's a big risk, isn't it?
Oh, well, it is, but it's worth it. Being in financial institution for the past 2 decades and without no blemish, that's a feather, and I have what it takes to govern the state.
Really? You are convinced? Your party, for example, Restoration Party, is one of the newest parties in Nigeria. And we talk about political structure, roots of some of these political parties. In winning elections, we know just how much these are needed in the political climate in Nigeria. Does your party have that kind of clout in Osun State, for example?
Sean, let me tell you, although Restoration Party, RP, is new, is one of the parties that has been endorsed around January, but the trend at which Restoration Party is growing is very high. Why? Because it's a platform that gives women a space to really come out and showcase themselves and express themselves in a political way. And it's even a platform where youth, we all know that most of these big wigs, political party, are always using our youth for thuggery and others. But in Restoration Party, we stand for the youth. We use the wisdom of the elders and we use the strength of the youth.
Let me now bring it to the issues. Now, you are up against some heavyweights in this election. I see some posters that you have, painting of decoration of some vehicles which belong to your party. Who is sponsoring you?
Thank you, Shion. Is a collective thing, and we have people that actually believe in this project. Those that believe, we have friends home and abroad that...
So they are the ones funding you?
They know that we stand for the truth, and we're going to deliver. So they are the one that is funding us. Because we don't have any godfatherism in Restoration Party.
Interesting. So you said that you are, part of your programs that you have been talking about is the fact that you want to eradicate poverty. And you also said that you're going to be giving loans out without interest.
Yeah.
How do you hope to do that? Considering the economy of Osun State, isn't that perhaps too ambitious?
Well, sure, if you agree with me, if we block every blockages, everywhere money is going out without a very good reason for it, we have much money. Although Elan Toshu we are in a lot of debt, but we don't know the actual amount of the money we are owing. We are hoping to get there and renegotiate with our debtors and run this government in a way that it will not affect our governance.
You think Osun State is in a heavy debt?
Well, that is the rumor, but when we get there...
Is it a rumor? How much of research have you done on this state that you want to lead?
Well, I've done a lot of research, but you must agree with me that until you get there, you can't just sit back and sit on the...
But what are the facts that you have? Because you need some of these facts to be able to plan a program for the state you want to lead. For example, when you're talking about giving loans without interest. And so the question will be, how would you make that happen?
Thank you very much. We have decided, myself and my deputy, that for the first 6 months, there will be no salary for us, no allowance, nothing. We're going to gather this money together and look for those who are into business, who are into small-scale enterprise. We all agree that any country, any society that did not take care of the small-scale enterprise is going for a doom. So we are going to be looking at who actually are the genuine small-scale enterprise and giving them that loan. That money is what is called security loan of about 500 million. That money can be gathered within 6 months and it can be given to our youth.
From your salary? You said you want to take that? You won't get
no salary for the first 6 months. We have agreed on that.
For government officials?
For me and my deputy.
So, and you will get 500 million in 6 months from your salary?
I said, according to the research, I learned that security vote for the sitting government is about 500 million.
Per month?
Per month.
Really?
And that is too much.
If that is true, are you sure about that?
Very
that
sure.
Osun State gets 500 million naira as security votes every month?
Exactly. And
really?
That is too much.
So you're going to take security vote to give loans.
80% of it.
To give loans to small-scale businesses.
Businesses without interest.
Without interest.
Yes.
That seems to be interesting. And you also, how many very poor people do you have in Osun State? Do you have the statistics?
Well, the statistic I have with me is about 70%, which is very huge.
That may not be correct.
Because we can all agree that Osun State is a civil servant state, and we want to change that. And changing it requires funding our small-scale enterprise. And you must agree with me that we are blessed with electricity in Osun State. I know since you are on ground, you have seen it. We are very much blessed with electricity. And we are going to be talking in partnership with all these our big organizations who have run to Ghana because of electricity and call them, talk to them so that they can come to Osun State and invest.
What kind of investment will you be looking at?
Well, I'm talking about the like of Unilever, the like of Dunlop, the like of all these conglomerate companies. They have run away from Nigeria just because of electricity, and we are going to be reducing taxes.
So Osun State enjoys.
We have the best because we have the National Control Center of the National Control Center of electricity.
How many hours of electricity do people of Osun State enjoy per day?
Well, about 18 hours.
Of electricity?
18 to 20 hours, yes.
That's interesting. I mean, in all of this, it looks so much that this election is going to be very huge. The kind of people that we've seen, those who have been in government and those who have perhaps been as deputy governors or what have you served publicly in Osun State. As it stands right now, vote buying is a major issue. Do you think money will play a major role in this election?
Well, our people in Osun State are very, very intelligent, and INEC officials has given us their words, and we had a meeting again with AIG on Monday, and he has already given us his word, and we are counting on that. Actually, we all learned that Ekiti election is free, is peaceful, but the mention of Ekiti election, the next thought is vote buy. That is too cancerous.
This is Mercy Ayodele, the governorship candidate of the Restoration Party, talking to us. Thank you so much for your thought.